TF2 Grand Finals to decide the winner of this LAN. And we're finally live, Seabear, so take it away, buddy.
Yeah, and you did all the introduction work. This is for a place in the upper bracket finals. We're going to watch Platinum here, at least I am at middle, to see how much faster he is than Dummy and how this opening few seconds of a mid-fight takes place. Crucial time for both teams. It looks like both demos are going to kind of avoid each other right off the bat, although Platinum has stuck himself a little more aggressively, a little better of a foothold here at middle. Although Ruwin is going to be the first casualty to a Dummy sticky trap. It looks like the Whales have a nice start to this mid. Tyler has taken down Boomer to kind of even things up, though Red has better position. Dummy with a big mid, and they're able to drop Tyler. Brad is by himself fighting up two scouts. Needle's no good. Wow. Mixup gets wiped, and all of a sudden, the Whales keep mesr up, and they look great to take this first round. Pretty surprising first mid, DJC.
See, if Blaze is my dog when he's pooping on everything, Mixup just came along and ate all the shit, because they just got destroyed. That was really ugly. And I guess part of it is that Spacewhales are honestly a lot more warmed up. They got to play much more recently. We are going to see a pretty turtley defense. harbleu on Sniper, Pyro out of Enigma, and an NG from Ruwin, but the Uber's going to come in. No pick yet. Enigma did a very good job of defending it. Enigma's the only pick. mesr dies. YZ Dummy and clckwrk dead. Wow. They just had no
Blaze
good
is in his
focus
heavy. He does a chance maybe to do something here. He does have a soldier with him. Boomer is jumping onto Platinum. Maybe the wrong choice as Plat's got 260 full buff, and Boomer goes down. The push is bricked. Pyro didn't do a whole lot as far as physical damage, but stayed alive, took a lot of that Uber just by trying to kill the Pyro, and clckwrk could not find the meat in a crucial spot, and that push is going to go, and now Mixup has a chance to take it back, but Blaze is not ready to give it up quite yet. Does take down Tyler with a bomb. Here comes the pop out of Brad and company. Platinum has gotten nice damage onto mesr, but mesr is going to sneak away at the very end, and it looks like Mixup's going to be able to hold the second point here. The bro whale guys need to get back to middle, though they do have an advantage. And Brad goes down to a clckwrk. Like, I didn't see it coming, but clckwrk, just like an I-46, sneaks through the team and drops him. But DJC, we have Ruwin behind everybody else at middle, maybe trying to make a play of his own. He's gonna go in onto mesr. Will he get him? No. Boomer able to drop him. mesr was into the deep yellow, and these two teams are bringing us the plays early, making this series all that I hoped it would be so far.
Something feels off right now because Ruwin has been in that situation so many times where he's in a spot where he has a free, uncontested shot on the medic. Just the first shot, and he's not doing nearly as much damage in those kind of situations that he used to. We are going to see a little bit of the classic Enigma play. Comes up as heavy to defend second. Big jump up from Boomer combined with the spam from Dummy is going to take Enigma down. Now Platinum is caught out in the cheese. harbleu is dead. So that's 2 picks so far. Platinum making 3. He appears on 50%. It's just TLR and Ruwin. Ruwin's going to have to stay on scout. Is he even at last right now? He's so far forward. Goes down. Enigma is going to get the spawn, but will he stay heavy? Will he come with scout? He's going to go for the heavy, but he's not going to get to the point in time. That is a capture to the Spacewhales, and Team Seriously Bro has just taken the first round of this game, Seabear.
clckwrk 14, mesr 14. For all of you at home, maybe not as familiar with TF2, when you outscore or tie your medic and score, you're going huge, going bananas, going all sorts of things, and clckwrk's having himself a game so far. We're going to see if he can keep it up here as we get to mid-fight number 2. Dummy had a great mid, outplayed Plat pretty severely here, and we're going to see Red get that early aggression. Big bombs coming in from both soldiers. He's going to get directed, though, will Blaze, and he's going to have to get out of the fight here. harbleu does get taken down by YZ and company for the first death, and I believe Bro Whales has a better position. Here comes the bomb by, I believe it was Boomer. Does drop Ruwin with help of Dummy. A lot of frags going back and forth. A 3-on-4 situation. Brad took a rocket early, and actually they're not going to get out, although they're down a man. Dummy did go down there, and I believe they're going to be able to clean up this soldier as well. Brad pops, and so does mesr. So both medics grabbing Uber at a middle fight. Crazy. We don't usually see that. Some nice medicing here, but although mesr got cleaned out, actually didn't go down, but got stuck out there. Platinum gets dropped, but Brad with the needles onto Blaze. This fight is so close, but in the end, Bro Whale's gonna cap. But right there, we're Mixup, and they're not actually giving this up quite yet. They're poking back in. They have upper control and honestly better heals as of right now. Brad never went down. Did get that needle kill. Enigma with 2. Nice pipe by Dummy onto Enigma, but there goes Tyler and company going to clean it up. And harbleu is jumping around, collecting health packs, and Mixup has retaken middle. Never gave that mid up Sigma. They were all over it, stuck with it. Really long fight. Was actually capped by the Spacewhales, but in the end, Mixup takes it.
Yeah, really nice play from them to get back in there before the spawn advantage had anything to do with it, and it's lucky that Pure was on the old needle gun rather than the crossbow or something, because Blaze was sitting there equalizing him, and fortunately he had needles just to chip off the last bit of damage and stay up there. But yeah, now they're in a great position here, moving it on to 4 and getting real wow. That's Boomer getting dropped on the Uber, so that's really bad for the Whales here, and they're gonna have to be actually worried about getting chased to last here as the soldier aggression comes out from Mixup.
YZ50 is behind everybody here. He's going to move in on 2 scouts right now. Oh, what a 2-shot on the roof! Oh my god, you got Pure as well! Ben! YZ50 saves a round! Clockwork did it earlier. YZ50 on the flank is able to drop 2. DJC Clock and YZ are going crazy so far, and that's going to cue the repush. No heals for Blue. Dummy and company have retaken Cheese and are dumping Spam, and I think they're going to be able to retake second.
Feels like it's been a long time since we saw YZ50 be that good, but that was 4 shots, 2 kills onto a scout and medic. Scout even had a little bit of a buff there, but Mixup are not content with this. They do want to get aggressive here. TLR is in deep. Got to pick on the Clockwork, has the shotgun out. mesr going for the Uber Sauce. Actually gets taken down at the end there by a sticky from Platinum. Maybe a bit of an overcommittal here from Spacewhales. Bomb is going to come from the soldier. Is that Blaze underneath? As my game decides to give me 7 FPS, I can see every meat shot of glorious detail.
Right now, DJC. He got onto the medic, he did some damage, he's trying to fight Ruwin, who's buffed. And Enigma, I'm sorry, that's going to be able to shut down Ben, who's had a great start to this game. Clockwork now is going to try his hand at making a play. No, he's going to recognize that YZ's down and get back to last. We do have Blaze, who has snuck up into the drop-down area. He's going to have a chance to make a play. I'm not sure if anyone saw him, but he's definitely going in. He's committed to this play. He's dropped down behind the team. I'm not sure. The push has already come in behind him, so Blaze is going to have to bomb into his last to help. mesr's only at 50% right now, so he is in serious danger of not getting this Uber. Tyler says no Uber for you. He's going to drop him down. Here comes the Blaze flank. Will it be enough? No. Brad turns around, gets a crit needle after the point is capped to tie this game up 1-1. YZ50's hero play on the scout medic for naught, and Mixup right back in this as we're tied up, DJC.
It just felt like if Spacewhales had taken that a little bit more slowly, not risked mesr so much, they'd be sitting pretty with maybe a mid, trying to push in a last right now, but we're going to take over another mid and see if Spacewhales can win this one. Dummy so far getting very aggressive on the left side of point. There is a soldier up top, though. Here comes the big bomb from harbleu, gets denied of it, and the counter bomb from Boomer onto harbleu. He gets it with the shoddy boom body, baby. Vinny the boss. Ruwin and TLR going down. Pierre actually dying. Blaze gets a double onto the combo. It's just Platinum alive. He's on full health back on his second, trying his best to run away. But look at the gunboat soldier coming in. Wants to do everything he can to Platinum here and take him out of the fight. But Plat has good sticky traps up. He's rotated to the underneath and he's sticking it off right now.
Yeah, the Bro Whales doing a great job at that middle again, outplaying the best team in North America. I think all 3 middles, at least for the beginning parts. Of course, last mid, Mixup came back with a nice second push, retaking middle, but the last 2, the first and third, have been all Bro Whales, and now they have a chance to push in here. They do have the Enigma Pyro to deal with. Clockwork has gotten in onto the sniper. Ruwin is down early. They haven't got, there's a heavy and Pyro up, so they're doing the turtle strap, but it may not be enough. They're getting blasted around. The red Uber has been cycled already, but all frags going Red's way. Bro Whales look great to turn this to 2-1, and there they go, 2-1 in favor of the Spacewhales. I don't think a lot of people, guys, gave them a chance, but they look awesome right now. A lot of aggression, and their mid play has been far superior so far.
I mean, I feel like I was 1 season off on jumping onto the Spacewhales train because last season I was saying they were going to make it at the grand finals. Maybe I was just a few months early. I'm going to watch Tim Dummy Olsen, the golden boy of gaming, on this middle. He's getting good early damage on the Platinum, forces his positioning a bit. He's spamming the upper right now, gets a nice sticky on that soldier and denies him the full strength of his bomb. harbleu gets cleaned up off of that, but Dummy's taking a lot of damage and is now out of the fight, but he did his job. Boomer with the triple, the double kill. Onto Ruwin and Enigma, both scouts down. It's just Pure on 26 HP, and he is going to just kill himself. Doesn't want to give anyone the satisfaction of that brutal 26 damage meat shot, and that is a wipe.
Sigma, that's a full wipe. 6 down for Mixup. No one died on the Whales. Talk about just ridiculous performance so far. I don't think anyone saw a win for the Spacewhales so far, but they are just destroying them, and they're going into last. maybe a little over anxious here to get in. Dummy's got that right door stuck up, and they're going to have a chance to do a ton of damage to the guys coming out of the left door, but this Uber is over. Second just getting capped, so they probably were a little, definitely a little over anxious there, Sigma, but these mids have been unbelievable.
Yeah, they got over eager there, but I mean, yeah, that mid, I think Boomer hit 5 directs in a row or something like that near the end of that and got 4 kills, or 3 kills and most of the damage on a soldier from it, something like that. So yeah, we did see them overextended to last in one of these earlier rounds as well, but to some extent I don't mind that so much because their DM is extremely hot right now, in the sense that I say they're even out DMing Mixup, which seems ridiculous, but that's how it's going, so they should just keep pushing these fights as much as they can. That said, it's Mixup's turn to move in because they've got the Uber, so mesr's gonna have to look to be out of this pretty quickly, and looks like he's pretty safe right now.
Uber comes out from Mixup here. I don't think anyone actually noticed it, but harbleu made a great play on that last push, went back to second to fight the scout off, forced his soldier to come back with him. That's why it ended up so badly on last for the Spacewhales. But pretty much Mixup just used their Uber to get the midpoint. They got 1 kill as a result of it. Are they really going to be able to do much with this is the question for them right now, because mesr's up to 95%. He has good heals on all of his team. Even without Blaze, they would be in position to push. Platinum is just sticking off the left side, denying the Sawmill. Oh, there goes the kill on the mesr,
my
though.
God.
Wow.
Dropsies from mesr, who's played one of the best lands of Medic we've seen so far, but that's his first really huge mistake. Platinum caught him with the trap. I believe they even saw the trap. I was watching Boomer's POV, saw the sticky mass. Maybe there was another bunch that I didn't see, but caught the Medic, and now they're in a lot of trouble. Full Uber advantage now for Brad, who is collecting his. He's got it right now as they push into second. They do have some dudes down, and Blaze is behind. He's actually going to sneak in. He's going to have a chance on a Pure here. Can Blaze make a pick happen? Really in the air shot! Oh my God, it was so close. He did force the pop. I was getting ready to go blow the top off. If Blaze hit that midair, they were both flying from Splash. But nice play by Blaze. Got the force. mesr has advantage. But small enough DJC, I assume they're going to use this to turtle. But this definitely should have been the Whales round. harbleu and company with a great hold on the last. Now they're going to have to try to do their best hold of last here. Maybe try to repush now with an Uber advantage and 1 down.
Let me just call something. Let me be DJZ the Prophet. harbleu died pushing last. He's going to spawn Spy. Let me start. Let me channel my energy. Oh shit! He came up soldier. I was wrong.
Okay. Well,
sneaky soldier version. Maybe you're half right.
It's the typical harbleu play on Snakewater, especially, is to go Spy and come up and just stab someone in the back. It's
that's
what he
true.
does.
He tends to go Spy in different places. Like, I would expect a Spy play at this point. So if he just jumps in there, does one of his hard plays, doesn't get a lot done, just just the suicide comes back. I think they'd be ready for the Spy. He usually pulls it out when it's like, oh, whoa, you want Spy now? That's kind of weird. But regardless, no team is committed to a push. We do see a scout coming in, so there's your suicider. Nice headshot by clckwrk, and they're actually going to force the pop. They do get 3 kills. Look how far back Brad is, though. He's ready to defend, so great play. They suicided 3 DJC, and they're probably going to be able to hold second. I don't even think the Whales are going to get in. Clckwrk is trying to do all he can onto Brad and company. Need to force the pop right here. They're going to bleed guys out, not get enough cap point time. Ruwin does go down to YZ50, who's having himself a heck of a game. He's going to get a double onto harbleu, but he's going to get cleaned up. Did he do enough, though, to slow this push down? Dummy and company are going to try to force the pop, and they do, but Dummy's going to get cleaned up by Platinum. It's just mesr and Boomer holding last. Scout is in. Uber, the remnants of the blue Uber is in. Boomer has to hold this off until his team spawns. mesr is still alive somehow. I thought he was definitely going to die. Boomer outshotties Tyler at his spawn doors, and a really anxious few minutes here of TF2. I thought with that force that Mixup was going to take it, but YZ's double and the rest of his team holding strong here. They're going to try to repush DJC with the heavy.
I think Mixup honestly had that, except one last sticky from Dummy took on Platinum. Meanwhile, harbleu goes on to mesr and gets the kill on him. Uber advantage is gone, but Blaze is on the heavy, so Ruwin is completed under the point. But look at this, Enigma has spawned as his own fat man. And he's been doing this for longer than anyone, just heavying an invite in the weirdest and most awful situations. Heavy versus heavy behind the crates! Yeah, do it, Blaze! Duck! It'd be dumb and awful because it's heavy, and there's no actual skill to it. But Blaze will die, and that means that Bradford's sitting on 90% right now. And by the way, I main heavy and Highlander, so I'm allowed to say that.
I would disagree. I think there's a lot of skill in heavy. You have to have great tracking, especially, I don't know if you saw Blaze, but he went all the way around, flipped like a 180 while spinning to catch the jumping scout there. And if he didn't hit all those bullets that he, to the tracking aim, it would have been a problem. But as we stand now, we're going to have a sniper pick. We do have clckwrk at last. Trying to get a dome. Brad has his Uber. He's going to pop early. No sniper shenanigans for him, and Tyler and company are in. mesr is in a lot of trouble. Look at the movement by mesr. Is he going to get out of here? There's absolutely no chance. Tyler cleans him up, but they spent a lot of Uber chasing the medic, who probably should have died earlier on. Brad does go down. It's a 1-on-2 situation now. YZ gets taken out. The heavy straggling in late is so strong. Just pecking away 8s and 10s from a mile away. There's not a lot you could do about it. Nice push by Mixup, and we are evened up here, DJC, 2-2 as we go to mid-fight number 5.
I'm gonna put my eyes on Ruwin so far. I feel like I haven't been saying his name as much as I should, considering he's Ruwin and he's at LAN. He's gonna rotate up through the top side here, getting on his left roof, playing very passively. Looks like Enigma's the one getting a little more aggressive, baiting the shots out. Ruwin just defending, basically, but here's his opening. He can just run across mid if he wants to, and he's going to do just that. But he just turns back around. Meanwhile, Blaze and Boomer are doing work, and Ruwin kind of ineffective at mid. Gets in late and picks off Dummy, but is it really going to matter? Whales do have the superior positioning right now, but it looks like they're actually overextending a lot. Boomer on very low life. Blaze is going to come in to support him. Gets some good rockets. Blaze will take him down. Wow, Ruwin
Blaze hits 4 straight rockets on a buff demo to clean up the rest of that. I don't know if Brad has his, he does. That both medics are going to pop at the end of this, but this pure man advantage is going to go in favor of Mixup. Although I do believe the spawns are going to come in a little bit quicker for the Whales, but it's not going to matter. Both Ubers are cycled. They're going to come back in, but look at Ruwin just deny that jump and do a ton of damage. They're not giving it up. Dummy is in! He's got a nice opening to dump stickies on and did quite a bit. He's going to get 1, make it 2 as Tyler is going to go down along with Ruwin. Here comes Enigma flanking. Can he do enough here? It's going on to Tim. He's able to drop Dummy, but clckwrk with the pistol, and they're going to re-push that. So those respawns getting in just in the nick of time, and all that remains up right now is Platinum. So another great mid-fight here. Another one that went past the first wave of dudes, went into the second wave, and it ended up with the Whales taking it pretty convincingly now as they have a full advantage, and they're already moving towards the second point.
Sorry, I was typing, but I am catching up on the action right now. I see the cap has been started. mesr's got his Uber. I honestly want to see the Whales push forward here, but they don't really have the numbers in yard to do so. But mesr's going to get forced just because of a little bit of inactivity. Scout and Soldier moving aggressively here, but Mixup have 6 up. The health is really bad on Mixup. I don't think Spacewhales are in any kind of position to capitalize on it, though, especially with clckwrk and Blaze not yet in the fight.
I think LAN caught that on the stream. I don't know if anyone else did, but Ruwin basically spent the entire Uber. He forced and then just jumped around. No one killed him. He got hit by 2 rockets, and the shotgun missed for Boomer, who got most of that Uber and did absolutely nothing with it. So a big misstep there by the Whales. And see if they can recover. It's not the worst case scenario. Brad, Pure on the blue side, does have about a 30% advantage. I don't know if they're going to be able to use that. He's not that far up. mesr is at 80% now, and he's going to get his in time to defend. But we might see a little bit of a stalemate here. So maybe now we'll see the harbleu spy play. Sigma, I don't know.
I don't know. I think Mixup might just be content to sit on their laurels and wait for this other team that they're playing, the Whales, to make a play. And here comes the Whales combo coming in lower. So here's all the action right now. One scout getting kind of that's clckwrk getting caught out, but he lets his team get to point. But meanwhile, the entire flank's dead. The Uber's forced for Spacewhales, and that's really, really bad situation for them. They're 3 down. They're going to get chased to mid by Mixup. Surely it'll be lucky for them if they manage to get out of here without getting more people picked off. Kill on Enigma is going to help out, but I don't think Mixup's going to stop. I think they're going to just bowl their way onto this mid, and Whales will have to delay for quite a while before their spawns can get back into this.
Oh my god, the Whales are teetering on the edge of being wiped here. They've gotten out somehow. mesr and company sneaking out. I thought they were going to get the noose tightened around their necks there, but mesr, slippery as can be, gets away, and they turn the tides on him at middle with a double. Blaze does go down, but Tyler's dead. Mixup down to 3. It's actually a 3-on-3 situation, so I believe the advantage is still in the hands. Actually, Uber is basically even, but clckwrk is brave. He's got Tim in tow, and they're going in. Can they win this fight? clckwrk says, no, we're just going to get out, as Platinum almost got them with the stickies, and they're going to back out. Boomer is up. Everyone is spawning. We're going to have a reset situation mid. I don't know if it actually ended up going down, but there's no cap time in. But no! Look at clckwrk! He's just getting his buff and going right in. Oh, an air shot! Gets dropped. Platinum with the air pipe. It's going to cycle both Ubers, but I believe Mixup's got a better situation. Platinum done a ton of damage, able to drop Boomer. YZ hops on his head and kills him, but right now, I'm going to the Blaze cam. Blaze is trying to make a play here, misses the air shot onto Harb, but does drop him, and he's out of ammo. The stick, not good enough. Dummy and company backing out of middle. This fight has gone on for a long time with just a few breaks, but as we stand right now, I believe Mixup has got the foothold in middle they finally need to cap and to repush second DJC.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was one of the most interesting exchanges I think I've seen in TF2. That escape mesr made on mid.
Yeah.
Basically, he ran through the kitchen, Dummy and Boomer engaged the scout on middle. Boomer hit some really nice shots. And then the only reason Whales were in a position to win that fight after is because Boomer made a great read that Pierre was going to be uncovered on bottom, jumped on top of him, hit a direct rocket onto Ruwin and Pierre that took them down to 17 and 56 HP and took them out of the fight. It was really, really well played by the Whales combo.
Yeah, and as we stand right now, the Whales are trying to repush middle. They did get that one pick onto Tyler, and the second onto Enigma. Tim is doing a lot of damage. He's going to get faced by a scout here, going to force the pop out of mesr. There goes both Ubers. It's hard to tell who's got the better one right now. Uber goes airborne and drops Platinum, going to this touch the skybox. Nice play by him, and Ruwin is going to be able to get cleaned up as well. Both soldiers are alive. Going to look for them if they can get in on a bomb. I don't think so. Mid is going to be recapped here. So this fifth round is proven to be the closest of the three. We do have a heavy that has spawned. It is definitely going to be Enigma. He's ready to be very Russian and have a lot of... Oh, what an airshot by
Lord.
Tyler! Holy cow! He drops Clockwork, touch the sky to Tyler. Oh man, that was beautiful. And the heavy is going to be able to get set up here and do a lot of damage from distance. Whales are not going to back out though. They're going in. They're going for it. Platinum goes down. Both scouts are dead. Going to limit a lot of the mobility. Another nice shot by Blaze. Air shots left and right, DJC. The skill level of this match is unbelievable right now.
I think people aren't really aware of it just because Mixup haven't played many games today, but Tyler has hit probably 8 air shots already. He has been on fire. Like right now, Enigma coming for the cheese flank, though, gets spotted by the scout. I think he wanted to drop down, but the Uber's going to go here. They're going to have to clean up Enigma with it. He's just going to turn and destroy Boomer. The counter Uber comes from Mixup. They have a scout and heavy, and harbleu actually is in on the medic. It's a nice rocket on him, finishes off Clockwork. mesr has to drop to the ground, and harbleu with a great flank there after the nice counter Uber from Mixup. But I can hear YZ50 shooting. He's in on the point, takes a platinum, takes on harbleu. The only thing that stops him is the heavy weapon, man.
This feels a lot like LG versus Mixup that we've seen. The back and forth, the plays. Tyler has hit air shots, like you said, all over the map. And as we stand right now, another repush out of Mixup. We do have spawns in for the moment. The heavy has done quite a bit at this point. Just always at 450, doing a ton. And he's going to help Ruwin drop down one. He's going to get overwhelmed here by scouts, but my god, he's so Russian. He's so beefy. He's got so much life. Finally going to go down to YZ50. He's going to try to make it 2. He's going to try to make it 2 onto Ruwin. Can he get him? Wow, the flick 1, or the flick 90-degree meat shot onto Ruwin. YZ50 is having the best game we've seen in a long time. Platinum, though, is going for the back cap. He's going to find out against Dummy, who gets the sticky kill onto him. Demo versus Demo on the back cap. mesr versus harbleu now on the second point. Action all over the map. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. I'm going a little crazy. I'm going to chill out here, DJC, as the sirens are coming to take me away. I've screamed too much already. They're coming to get me. As here we go, DJC. I'll throw it back to you to calm down a little.
TLR hit a really nice denial pre-fire air shot onto his soldier there, and harbleu actually gets it behind, comes from the underneath, takes down mesr, Dummy's down as well, Ruwin getting very aggressive, and Ruwin and harbleu, who according to RK have been, quote, shitting the bed today, came in and made magic happen there. That's a full wipe for Spacewhales.
Just stood his ground, didn't even really dodge, as Ben turned the corner on him at middle, trying to stop the cap, and Enigma's like, I got 2 for you. So Enigma playing really well. Look at the scoreboard, by the way. Ruwin isn't up there with the other scouts, but on the red side, YZ and Clock way out in front. Enigma way out in front, having a great series so far. Of course, Ruwin is always doing things because he's Ruwin. Blaze trying to flirt with that drop down again as I'm watching him. He was a little too late last time. He has committed. He's behind everybody right now. He's going to be able to do some nice damage onto the scout and drop him. The Uber is in last, but cleaning up the back has done quite a bit. mesr stays alive? Are you kidding me? I thought he was dead for sure. I flipped off of him. Oh, Ben on the flank is able to drop here. mesr is the slipperiest medic that I've ever seen, DJC. He was in 3 health with 2 guys around him. I don't know how he avoided damage. Maybe everyone was on the reload, but unbelievable dodge.
Feels like mesr basically greases himself up with like bacon fat before he comes to land, just maneuvers through everything. And yeah, I'm watching Enigma on Spy. Drops down, mesr! Oh, he's got his back turned! He gets Dummy, but not mesr! It was very fortunate for the Spacewhales because that stab looked like on my screen it should have landed directly in between mesr's shoulder blades and just destroyed him. But they will have
A lot
their
of
Uber
low
still.
health guys fighting right now. The spy play, they did end up getting dummy, so almost a double would have been huge. Still big. Do want to trade, even trade, actually a better trade for the spy to take out the demo there. Platinum is in trouble there. Speaking of demos going down, Boomer with a nice shotty. I'm really impressed with the all-around team performance of the Whales right now. Everybody's going ham right now.
Look at Enigma's hiding spot right now.
Oh,
Look at the
Jesus.
play he is going to make on Heavy. He is going to jump out of his forward spot.
my God.
Magic is about to happen, boys! 2 scouts unaware! The spin up! 1 scout down! 2 scouts down! Enigma with the best play of LAN! Oh, he took down a soldier!
Oh my God. Oh my God. I watched that POV style. He literally walked up and stuck the tip of his minigun up the rear end of one of those scouts. That was awesome.
Oh my God. I don't think we'll ever see a better play at LAN like it. Oh my fucking God.
Dude, that was crazy. Sigma, help me right now make sense of that. You always have to be wary when you recap middle. If you have a forward spawn, there's always a chance of something crazy like that. And Enigma's Heavy out of forward is a nightmare, and it just decimated that push.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is, I mean, they could have seen that he could have forward spawned, and they could have maybe seen that he wasn't visible, and expected that that could have happened, and that's really what they needed to do, because once the Heavy's spun up behind your scouts on point, it's already too late.
Yeah, so we're going to reset here. This round, this 5th round, has been a classic between these two teams. We do see Mixup favoring the Saw Room. They do have a bit of an advantage, and it looks like they're aware of that. mesr is going to get his in time here, but here comes the push, an early pop out of Brad and company. mesr is at 97%. He's going to just get it in time to save his team. YZ goes down along with clckwrk, so Ruwin with an out pistol of clckwrk is going to give a big advantage to Mixup. This Uber hasn't done a lot. harbleu goes down, but they're going to surround mesr, who's still alive. No, finally gets taken down by Platinum, but Pure is going to go down to Blaze, who got a double. He's still alive there, just jumping around, but in the end, those early scout picks too much. Mixup's Tyler and Enigma are going to cap the 2nd point and force back, so these fights are agonizingly close between these two teams, DJC, but Mixup is getting the better of him at the end here, this first half.
Looks like YZ50 actually wants to make a play right now, but he ate 2 rockets from, I believe that was TLR, pre-fire spamming him, just denied it entirely. Pure does have a significant advantage right now. He's on Kritzkrieg, yeah. I was looking for it, I was making sure because he was ahead by so much. So we get to see the Platinum Kritzkrieg. Do you think they're actually going to have the balls to say, hey Tyler, shoot rockets at people from across the map with this crits? We're going to find out in about 5 seconds here because they're at 90%. They don't want anyone seeing this, but Dummy has a trap up in lobby. I think Platinum just spotted it out. The crits is actually popped on Platinum. The Sticky's not gonna go. They're just, yeah, he's just whiffing on them. mesr with really good positioning. They switch for the soldier and get some spam, but it might have earned them the point. Everyone on the point. Dummy with a 2 kill on their Enigma and harbleu. mesr will go down, but Plaid is dead as well. Pure Tyler White.
Oh my.
White for Mixup with a crit screen. The only one who died was the medic, and it wasn't even to the crits. Oh my God.
Unbelievable play out of the Whales. They played that 100% perfectly. I thought that they may have made the biggest bonehead mistake, which was just leaving the point and letting them walk on there, but they played it perfectly. It was maybe a second away from a Mixup win, but they played it perfectly. They hit spawn, they waited for the crits to go, and they recycled it. And now we're fighting at 2 again. Platinum goes down, a nice trade by YZ. His team is up there spamming quite a bit. We're going to see if Bro Whales are going to commit to this fight, commit to the defense. The Heavy is back, and they're like, no, go away, Heavy. You're too
I
good.
love this so much.
Oh my God, the
Brad
Heavy is...
stayed with crits, Seabear.
Oh,
We're gonna
really?
see the laser beams. We're gonna see the long-range bullets from the Heavy,
shit.
I think. Actually, no, he's moving with his soldier right now. Ruwin is in, taking out
mesr is
mesr.
down to Ruwin, who had a huge play at spawn while you were talking. The Heavy is committed in here. There goes the crits. Tyler is going to be able to do quite a bit with this. Better crits for sure. Brad does go down at the end of this. Tyler is on the point there. Scout versus Tyler. Actually, a soldier is still alive down here. It is, in fact, Blaze sitting at 16 health. And clckwrk and Blaze are going to work together to somehow push that away. I love it as well. And it looks like Enigma is going to go back to Spy. So we've seen some pretty hilarious Spy plays so far. Enigma got a little unlucky. Probably should have had a double earlier, DJC. And we're going to see if he can turn another big pick here.
Man.
This game is awesome, by the way. I didn't expect
this
this game
is
was going to be as
insane.
good. Like, this is awesome.
There's so much action. I'm just trying to think of things to say. Ruwin is actually in with a buff right now, and a Dummy actually will finish him off as Dummy shows the sticky jump away. TLR will go down. YZ with the last second defense of the point. Platinum's going to fall to his death from an inch off the ground.
Enigma is in.
He could back cap this.
Oh, wow.
Never mind.
Jesus Christ.
Great timing there from Boomer to just whirl around random.
clckwrk is into second. He sketches harbleu trying to do some funny roamer stuff, and harbleu just shoots the ground twice, and clckwrk gets gibbed. I thought clckwrk definitely had that pick. That's probably one that's going to piss him off a little bit, so we're going to reset. No repush out of the whales. I'm thinking time left is going to be an issue pretty soon in this first half. Might be a 2-2 situation. I have no idea or no way to figure that out right now. If anyone knows what the time is, please feel free, as we do have the push coming in. Brad came in, nice force of the Uber here. Brad's sitting at about 80%, so they're going to have to get on him soon, or else he's going to get in with the Uber. I'm thinking the time is almost out. They just committed everything to that push. Like, that was nutso, and there it is. Stalemate is going to go out. I feel like the DJC profit right now, as I called that, but wow. Usually when we don't get to a 3 in a half of 30 minutes, we say, oh, that was pretty boring. But honestly, dudes, that was one of the best halves of TF2 I've ever seen. That was awesome.
This is shaping up to be like all-time great. Like, if this maintains even half of the level that it did in the first half, it's going to be maybe the greatest match we've ever seen in ESEA.
Yep, that was awesome. So, Sean Bud, you just made your little beeping noise, your little Muppet noise. This has to be pleasing you. Invite Scout, just the plays all over the place. Anything that stuck out to you that maybe we've missed?
No. You guys
Not at all.
YZ50's going ham.
Yeah, he is.
The return.
How about you, Sigma? Anything that you want to talk about that maybe we haven't talked about yet?
I think YZ50 deserves an additional mention beyond what Shanba just said. I don't know how many times I've seen him not be in basically alone against their team in some awkward situation and then kill not one but 2 people with like 4 consecutive full meat shots, which is just unbelievable. And sometimes it's been like medic, demo. So yeah, Wales just playing extremely well. Their DM is just incredible, so that's giving us a really great match.
I think the difference in the first half, honestly, was Enigma's heavy. There was a couple situations, and I don't think Wales are quite know how to deal with it. I don't know, DJC, if you see a heavy like that, I mean, obviously the flank out of second spawn, that's just like a magical moment in TF2 history that we're all going to remember fondly for the rest of our lives. But I mean, if you see a heavy, what are you going to do? I mean, how can the Whales do better at dealing with the overbuffed Enigma?
Well, first, it honestly feels like if Enigma hadn't made that heavy play, Spacewhales would have probably won their 3rd round. Like,
I think so too, yeah.
He got 3 kills directly, he caused 2 more, it was insane. As for how to deal with him, well, that one, honestly, if you hear a rev sound behind you, you should probably react to it before he kills 3 people, which just didn't happen. In the other situations, I mean, this is one of the hardest maps to go into a heavy in, just because it's so long, it's so hard to actually like get close to the heavy. The terrain isn't great for soldiers unless you're fighting in one of the random sawmills. Honestly, it feels like the play half of the time is if Enigma is going to stick to the heavy as much as he has, pull out a sniper, pull out a spy, pull out something different, because otherwise you're just trying to long-range spam a heavy to death, and it really doesn't work.
One thing that's happened in this match so far in the first half, guys, that I didn't expect was the play of Boomer. I know his score isn't very high compared to the rest of the people in the server. Him and Platinum are low, but I think both of them are just as involved in the 12-man here as anybody. But Boomer's mids have been huge. He's hit a lot of big rockets and done very well as pocket, keeping up with TLR. Maybe he hasn't hit the flashiest shots like Tyler, but I've been impressed with Boomer's play. As we are going to go live in the second half, so I'll just stick that thought right out there to the universe. Boomer is doing better than I thought. Yeah, Boomer, yeah, you're so good. All right, so we are at mid-fight here. We're tied up 2-2. Didn't get to the 3rd round in the first half. Who needs it? As we have a classic series going on right now. Mixup are going to take the red shirts and put them on their bodies, and the blue shirts are going to go to the Whales as we're at mid-fight number 5, part 2, as we're going to see if Dummy can continue his fine play. clckwrk is going to go down early to a Mixup Platinum sticky trap there. Big bomb coming in from harbleu. A lot of damage going on the Whales. They need to get out of here right now as they are losing bodies left and right. A lot of low guys. Mesr was in the deep, deep red. He's going to try to read... Oh, sorry, that was Blaze who was in the deep, deep red, as he's going to absorb some damage here. Dummy with a nice pipe onto Enigma, but he is definitely going to go down here. He is all
under
by himself.
flanking. He's onto the medic right now. Oh my god, he hits the direct rocket, takes Mesr down. Really well played by him. He just went straight through Africa, straight through the underneath to the last, and jumped up behind Mesr. No chance there for Mesr to get out.
And this has been kind of a blitzkrieg of first round here. Could be a quick mix-up round. They definitely have a very, very, very good chance of winning this. Has to be a big play made. YZ's down. Nice double here on the backside of this Uber. Dummy is alive. He's going to have a chance, along with Boomer, to clean this up here. And they're going to be able to get Tyler. So able to hold on just by the hair of their chins to... go there, I guess, as that's going to be repelled back. Brad did stay alive. Ubers are going to be about even, but really nice hold. Spawns just in the nick of time, and frankly, a pretty bad Uber out of Mixup. And Whales are still in this round.
And you can see harbleu's trying to make some weird creative play right now. He ends up dipping underneath. Might go for last for the back cap here, but there is a scout waiting, so harbleu's going to have to return to the fight on 2.
Look at our friend Carl.
He's back on heavy. Who could have guessed it after such an amazing performance already? Clockwrk's going to die here, but the Ubers are so close that it's not really going to matter. We're going to see a nice Uber versus Uber push in here. Enigma just trying to camp the underneath right now, see if anyone will pop out, but I think with clckwrk dead, they're pretty content just sitting there and building their Uber and waiting. I want to see if Clock actually comes up sniper.
We're just gonna jump into it. I really like what Blaze is doing, by the way. He's abusing the drop-down area. He's just poking in and just pecking away at damage. And when the push comes in, he's doing a great job of flanking around and kind of cleaning up the backside of the push, which is something roamers can do that's great. Tyler is in, trying to force the pop. He does do just that. This is exactly what we saw earlier in the day with Brad, who actually, Brad is still alive somewhere. Where's Brad? He's got an Uber with his heavy. So this is the play. They're going to try to use the heavy Uber singular against everybody here. The question is, will the spawns come in time to hold 2? The Uber is going to get pushed. Now, they're not going to have any mobility with this Uber, but the point is definitely going down. In the end, I think we're just going to reset off here. Questionable play. Maybe they tried to catch the Whales, maybe overcommitted with the heavy Uber. But Whales did a good job of forcing and getting out, so they're going to hold last in basically the same situation.
And they have about a 30% advantage now because Enigma couldn't build on heavy. I saw Sigma's light up there. What do you got to say for us, buddy?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when you do those 4-man suicides, I so much prefer to keep the pocket and medic at 2 rather than a heavy medic, just because, I mean, scout versus pocket on the suicide when you're sending 4 men doesn't change too much your chances of success, and then you can actually chase them down if they commit the medic so far. But, I mean, still, they had a chance of getting a couple picks with Enigma there on that Uber when they had to defend 2, and really they don't lose anything from it, so, you know, it works out. I wouldn't be surprised to see them do the exact same thing again, just say, we'll suicide till we actually get an advantage.
Right now, Blaze is still up in that drop-down area. I made the mistake last LAN of calling that you can get spotted through the glass there, but they can't. That's a one-way glass. It's like an interrogation room or something. Blaze is up there asking the hard-hitting questions. He's going to call his team and know exactly when this push is coming. He's going to try to get it, force on the Pop rat into a bunch of Gibbs German bits of goo, and that's going to be huge. Mixup gets cleaned up. They're going to push in behind. Scout is still on last here. Can he get something happen? Wow, Ruwin diving everywhere. He's at 23 health. Going to get finally cleaned up. Enigma still alive on heavy. Blaze abusing drop down for like the 5th time. Huge pick, DJC.
Enigma's coming around on the flank right now as heavy for the 2nd time this game. He's going to pop up from the upper onto mesr the rocket from harbleu with the assist. Will take him down. The cap is going to go to Whales. clckwrk cleans up harbleu. There is Enigma still alive on this heavy, but the soldier has high ground and is spamming him down onto 24 HP. But he does have support. Enigma's dead, but there are a lot of Mixup players still here in the fight. They have heals, actually. Ruwin with a double kill on a dummy and Boomer. Jailer on 83. It's 3 versus 3, but no heals on the Whales. They're just going to have to hold last. And this will be the 3rd attempt by Mixup to push into this last point. Except
roamers having huge Snakewater right now. We saw Blaze with the big drop forced onto Brad, and harbleu didn't force a drop there, but he did pick mesr in a huge position, and now we're sitting at Mixup with an advantage. Brad is getting his right now. mesr only at 55%, and it looks like Mixup are going to push right here. A safe, regular old push up top left, get buffed and go. And here we go. They are in, committing to this push. Can the Whales kite yet another full Uber push here? mesr at 80%. I don't think he's going to get it. He's going to go down. And a nice push here by Mixup. They're on the point. Here comes Dummy and company. Not going to get on the point in time. So after all of that, all of the craziness, it's a trademark Mixup push. Just get in and out DM, and that's exactly what they did. And now we are 3-2 in favor of classic Mixup.
Right there, it felt like maybe if mesr had gotten a surf off on that first rocket, but TLR placed them really well so that mesr actually had no chance to get out of the way to move off of the momentum of the rocket. We're going to take over another middle, and right now the Whales are playing very far back. They're waiting for the roamer to get in position, but there is harbleu in the kitchen right now. Soldier jumps up to contest the 2 soldiers on top, and I just saw a crazy air shot out of Platinum to take Blaze down. Boomer's dead as well. harbleu is the only kill so far. mesr actually goes down to the big flank from Enigma through the underneath, and Mixup have pretty much wiped the Spacewhales. Dummy is alive in the sawmill. He's going to have to get out right now, but there's a scout pursuing already. 110 HP on Dummy. He's trying to pre-fire the stickies. Platinum is there now. He's caught him out. Dummy's in the world where he cannot escape from, and he will go down to that sticky. That's
I
full
don't know,
Uber for
Sigma,
Mixup.
you break down the action for us. I'm seeing a lack of aggression at mid, and I don't know, maybe it's the side differences. We saw the same thing come out of the Spacewhales when they were on the red side, just dominating the early parts of the mid fight, but they couldn't get in. The bombs, they not only just getting airshot, they're getting stuffed by scouts, and this push has gone into last already. Could be another short round here. No defense being put up. We are 4-2. Mixup starting to assert themselves as the better team here in the second half, but talk about the middle, Sigma, real fast. Just a lack of aggression from the blue guys out of Wales.
Well, I mean, it was attempted, but Platt did so much damage, and that air shot there just completely shut them down. And by that time, they were trying to surge forward with their team, but they just got wiped. And I mean, once you're wiped on mid, you're pretty much done for. So they need to not take so much damage early off the start. But Dummy with a great position on this mid puts a lot of damage to Platt, so Wales already looking stronger in this round.
Blaze has got in with a nice bomb.
Oh,
Another air shot on Platinum with the pipes. The pipes, my god, they're everywhere. It looks like that the Whales are going to get this mid. There is a scout into the enemy kitchen. Ruwin is very low. It's going to get cleaned up by Clockwork. Brad did stay alive, so Red Uber is safe and building right now. I say
Clock's
safe,
on the
he needs to
chase.
get out. Yeah, Clockwork is got bad intentions, but Platinum is, wow, Clockwork is committing to this push. He's nuts. Okay, he's going to get out now. Oh my god, Clockwork. Okay, he's going to get out. I thought he was going in all the way to EJC, but he decided to get back. As we stand a nice mid-win, both medics stayed alive, so we're going to be in a maybe a little stalemate situation as the Whales try to assault this second point.
The best part of that push by Clockwork, he just didn't give a shit that Stickies were there. He just kept running over them and taking the damage, like trying to intimidate Platinum somehow. I see a soldier getting juggled up into the air here. Mixup are trying to move through the lower, the very early pop. Dummy's in the kitchen fighting up a scout though. Mesr's counter Uber is going to come, but Dummy's not in a position to do any damage here. In fact, gets taken down by the combination of Ruwin and harbleu.
Oh my god.
With Clockwork dead as well. Blaze is fighting down both scouts in the kitchen right now. He loses the high ground. Enigma just turns his sights onto the medic. Mesr's very low, trying to get out right now, throwing the crossbows. Will get cleaned up. Unfortunate for the Spacewhales that Mesr was so close to freedom, but just could not make it. Platinum throws another pipe, and the pipes are calling Seabear.
They are
Awful
calling, and it
joke
looks
time.
like right now that Mixup are in a higher gear right now, and I don't know if the Whales can step up and match this intensity and this overall speed. They are playing so fast as Mixup. We saw the Whales lose one and try to get back to mid, but they got out-Ubered, outflanked. They spent most of their Uber trying to kill Ruwin, who does such a great job, not just of meat-shotting, but of absorbing and dodging damage, and that was big. Now we're sitting at last. All of a sudden, after such a close first half, Mixup is looking to end this first map and try to come a step closer to the low or to the upper bracket. I'm sorry, the grand finals. Jeez.
We do see the last push coming into the Uber gets popped by Mixup. Ruwin is the first death. Mixup not really getting any picks with it, but they have so much cap time. harbleu domes himself on the ground. The classic roamer play. Look at this defensive attempt by Spacewhales. They could not do it. Bradford gets on the point and takes it. That is GG 5-2 in favor of classic Mixup over the Spacewhales, and they now have a one-map lead to determine who will go to the grand finals in this best of three.
That was as good of a first half that we've seen. Maybe we jinxed it by saying how good it was, because the second half was all Mixup. They were dominant in the transition, and their mid play was much stronger, much more aggressive, looked a lot more like the Mixup that we've seen as we stand. We're going to the second map, which will be Spacewhales' pick. Not sure what they are going to pick, but I'm excited to see if the Whales can get back to that form they showed in the first half, guys. But pretty fun match. Second half not as good, but that first half was awesome.
We have some stats on the screen, but we also have, I believe the map pick is in, and it looks like we're going to go to some CP Badlands, Seabear.
Oh, Badlands. That's good.
Look at
These
the
teams should
stats.
play some Badlands. Yeah,
Looking at the stats, some pretty obvious things. Enigma went crazy with 43 frags. TLR was 42 and 28. And actually, this is what I just noticed. Pure had a few more deaths than Mesr in the first half. That swung completely around. Pure on 17, Mesr ends on 20. So Mesr's slipperiness that was there in the first half disappeared in the second, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, Mixup was just, like I said, they kicked it up a pretty significant notch. The stats don't tell me a lot right now. I'm looking at them. It looks like, trying to look at the demo stats, my resolution's a little bit low, so I can't quite make out. It looks like Dummy and Platinum were pretty even. Maybe Dummy outdamaged him by a little bit. But on Badlands, we're going to see the speed advantage be more in favor of Platinum. And that worries me a little bit more, because that initial fight against Platinum, Ruwin, and Enigma, it's going to be tough for the Whales to keep up unless Dummy has some has speed that we haven't seen out of him in a couple seasons up his sleeve.
So he's got to get some icy hot rubbed on those knees.
Yeah.
Got to get some Gotta get some motor going in those legs. I don't know if he's gonna do it. I mean, I think Dummy has gotten good at not being the fastest demo in that he knows what to do and how to do it once he gets there when he's not as fast. But honestly, I think it's to the point with Dummy where like the speed thing is an issue, but it's just not as much of an issue as it used to be. And his DM is crazy enough that he's gonna make up for it. I am actually really looking forward to Badlands, though. We've seen these roamers get unchained, and I mean, they had their best. Blaze and harbleu both went nuts in that half. What are they going to do on Badlands, where the mid is honestly a lot more friendly to some straight-up no-frills roamer play?
Maybe it's more friendly to that, but there's not as much room around to work, and we've seen both abuse the full rocket, you know, jump maybe with 1 or 2 and then shoot 2 and run around with the equalizer to get to kite damage and to move around, abuse health pack, abuse that extra mobility. I don't know if that's exactly the case on Badlands. There's definitely a lot of play, a lot of creativity that can come into play, and I'm excited to see that. But I think